Nsem-Pii TV nie.
Mamene unko na Miracle Aboagye Nsem-Pii a wode gu ho na wo ka kire MPP delegate di ntia wono di akiri ana di hia ana advantage a MPP wo so woto aba ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na baba ye frankatufo na ebetimi agina so na omawe ne 2028 general election no wahwe gu ho na abusua waka nsem ahodo bebre mesho se obeka Nsem-Pii TV ho na enanyumre mede wakona so ye na ensem ahodo a Miracle Aboagye wabregu ho no wo so watime wakotie wonim se abranche wo ye personal aid edema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enti efa enkomo ana efa ensemfa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho paadia na wonim yie pa kame ho na me nko ne nko tie bimra yeba Nsem-Pii TV ensem ahodo a egopun so no yebesan ede aka generative ho.
I believe that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the best candidate to lead the MPP into the elections because we have barely 1,207 days into an election. And so we need a candidate that has been well marketed, that is very prepared, that has traveled the journey before, that understands the pitfalls, the potholes, where to run, where to jog, where to walk, that has a better appreciation of the situation now than to try and hazard a new candidate who is now coming to learn the ropes of the job. That is my view. And I think that of all the people who are running these elections, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is best prepared, is the most formidable, and is the winnable of all the candidates. That means that we could hazard any other person, but the one that gives us the greatest chance and minimizes the risk is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And this is founded on electoral history, electoral trend, electoral records. That if I have gone into an election and I have close to 42% of the voters voting for me, I can confidently say without debate that I have some 42% of the country who believe in me. What it means is that I have some 9%, that could be engineer, Nana, our friends here, that I have to convince to come and join me. So this 9%, how do I get it going? Another person can also debate and say that, well, I think I can do it. I can make it. I can get there. Maybe true. But that risk is higher because you haven't gone to the people before. You could get 80%, you could get 70%, but you could also get 20, you could get 30, you could get 40. So between you and the one that has done it before and we can actually measure, I think that it is easier to pick on that person and say, okay, let's hold on to your 41.7% and let's go after the 9% that is left. And that's the sort of conversation that we're having. And this is also not just something that we are assuming, it is something that is backed by data. That in this country, except for President Mahama, that actually ran 2012 elections as a sitting president and won, we've never had a candidate go for the first time to win an election. It's just history, it's just precedent, it's just an electoral trend. Politics is science, and politics is also sociology. So if the society and the sociology of the country is telling you that, well, we would want to hear this person multiple times before we give him a test, and they've done it with several candidates, then we need to give them that hearing and told that way. And that is why we feel that, okay, all of you are good, you could do it, but the one that gives us the biggest chance and opportunity is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Even after 2020, who would have imagined that President Mahama, that lost an election by close to 1 million votes, never seen before in this country, would come back to become president? Nobody. And you see, again, Mahama's comeback is a confirmation or a validation of the electoral trend that in this country, if you go and you speak to the people and you don't give up and you are consistent and you stick true to yourself, they are likely to listen. They are likely to listen to you than a first timer. That is why when President Kufuor went for the first time against former President Ronald, he lost. When Professor Mills came against President Kufuor in 2004 for the first time, Professor Mills also lost for his first contest. Then Professor Mills came in 2008 as his second term. Then another was coming for his first and another lost. Then another came for his second time. He lost against President Mahama, who was an acting president. Then another one on his third term as a flag bearer in 2016. Then John Mahama, His Excellency, came back again in 2020, lost before he won again in 2024. So unless you want to ignore the data, unless you want to ignore the facts, unless you want to take a big risk guess game amongst all the candidates, it is clear that all of you could do what it is that you say you want to do. But if we are going to run by the numbers, run by the data, then the one that gives us the best chance, you could all give us a chance, but the one that gives us the best chance and gives us our fastest path to winning 2028 is Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, because he went into 2024 elections, lost, but he's holding a certain percentage of vote, 41.7% of vote, which that we can attest to and validate that he has it. What we know he doesn't have is 8%. You have 0 because you haven't gone to be tested before. You are saying you can do it, but you could also go and also do less than that. How do we throw away a 41.7% vote and go hazard a 0% vote? It's a difficult logic to.
So, they made reference to Ghana Cardia. You were Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the Dianimu, Ebo Nidini, Ewum. A dear President Mienu, JEMS, any JDM, Antimaniano, Vice President of MPP, Abayin Mono, Etimi Yeye, Amane, Abaye Adansidie, Edi Amo Mino, and no natural say. And nipa numa o ma file o mo forms and norano yewura Bawumia e wo minor records eti ye pobi manadi anima ne wo o minor e records o what deliver bibi. Number 2, sa navigation yan komra me ka navigation ukwa Germany no ano ene nkeka ho mo Germany di omo amunim GPS, digital address system. Abrochire and nay ufa Uber driver ne de okọ ba bi kantete no na tekamu na sa so okọ domi cable dance here and no answer otim so onim wa driver na betimi do akọ ba bi no do akọ ba bi no do akọ pie ba bi. Na wudie eye den ewo ho yewura Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia digital address system 2015 yewura John Dramani Mahama yes obeye digital address system no okachire Ghana for say betuma ye digital address system to say abrochire o show bifie odi ayini ma wona no no wabo ana obetima send you location antes 15 no yewura John Dramani Mahama e ka kire Ghana for say digital address system na omo ye no e be koso Ghana for $4 billion. $4 billion. Omaya ye niska na ye pesika ye ko amanone kwadi $1 billion. Na $1 billion ni ye ba ye beyi adwumafu adi because ebosian ho condition no. Omaya ye niska ni ye ko bosian bo $1 billion. Ni ye ba bosian ho nhihye bi ni say emfa mabu no mawie school foforo adwuma no. Sa oman no yenya leader obey digital address system 2015 or catch ye say ebe cost $4 billion. Yewura Bawumia e brand na do danko akofo ado the digital address system man or mind Ghana ha sa Ghana ba bia person ko bia no you will be able to get the location and go and na ye betima send you location no akono ye de share nsa no. Yewura Bawumia enam se onye corrupt na nsam nye fi na onka so ye business mind enti adwuma bia obeye ama ban na ode ne de ebeto so ntie no na onye na dun so obebo oman ne krono nti ade ana Mahama penso 2015 na nka omo ye no $4 billion no yewura ba omia make sure say digital address system no ebe koso oman no $4 million. Hey, ena ye fi ase bisa say na $4 billion na nanka andisi abandi beji Ghana for no say team di get $4 million here ena Mahama eji $4 billion no ye team di million eye ena omo di billion kwa akoye enye nwanwa enye nwanwa etina asem na mu owrem ye wura ba omia nei seme kwata manase babia yakana mayira bitimi friend ni panase mam location no mo di location ayere aba e ba omia nsa no adwuma enne Ghana ha obi nkwa ba bi nyira because digital address system yeden eye adwuma e ba omia nsa no adwuma we deliver ama oman no di ama oman no eye yewura ba omia asphatic overlays akesi ayahu ne asphalt akesi ayahu no eye sano hydro no ye Ghana ye boxer de ye nya ya ka ekokwa no eye ba omia enim de enunti na China for ema ye sa $2 billion no ema ye de be ye asphatic overlays e won cry Kumasi 100 kilometers road asphalt ye through the Sano Hydro no eye ba omiansa no adwuma Cape Coast eye ba omiansa no adwuma part of Brekum Road na ye Sano Hydro eye ba omiansa no adwuma part of Sunyani Road na ye Sano Hydro eye ba omiansa no adwuma the first interchange e Tamale eye Sano Hydro eye ba omiansa no adwuma obi a wa deliver ama mine da wo mo kon ye wa deliver onye say me ye me business mind enti adwuma ne ye adwuma ne ye handera me the time back ho na me di scanner kwa kogu ma account no maka say me wo sika enti me ho ba me nchen aba be pa adwuma na say wo mo be ti papa wo nhyempa bo papa me Canada Japan de wo ntimi nsimi nchen enu no ye police station for no mo be decide so obi a all catch us say wo ba ne nchen wo nhyempa bo papa wo nhyatare papa wo mo be ti papa wo ntimi nsimi nchen no ukokoto aba ma no na so onya tumi ni wi a edien e na obeka chirotena obeka say wo ho sent no de ben na enyeren enyeyi na nora yawura ba omi asomete ne form wiye no said na no me kan ye say enkrofo bi campaign na tonsuom na ma justify mo ma hu say tonsuom because 2007 MPP presidential primaries message ni bi no mu yusu 2010 MPP presidential aspirant ni bi no message atonsuom ama man survive no no mo aso nim so mo survive nti o mo eku o mo ho preko yewura ba o mi akasa na okoka say aka 9 pe ni yenya 50+1 no na chese nyame ncha de ye koyanim omo so omo nte ase na obi akoye calculation an ba o mi abedi se sa calculation ne dia na o ma 10 no no ma ye omo calculation say ne ba o mi abeteki 300 years and say no baba be president mo amu yes anungu ase calculation no internal sabotage for na mo yes calculation no ye bisam say ye Radwan Dramani Mahama no ye sitting president onya 44% 2016 elections MPP sana internal sabotage ye mumra na nwumre na eni nkomo na me bomu power say minimum na ko mo ka asem bia na be bomu power na mu da fam because mo nsem na mo ka no internal sabotage no enkran student politics na mo gusuwo nyansa bia nim agro wo mani so Niamu ye na agro wo mani so nyans politics na internal sabotage mo ye no nyansa bia nim in the sense that a certain president echo elections President John Dramani Mahama onya 44% 2016 election mu any other figures here internal sabotage amudi honorable Kennedy Japan chi amopese mu sekuo no any other aspirants no any other figure say President John Dramani Mahama 2016 election no enye 44% no nya ya mo fa mekire na Ghana fo no begu mo nim ase a certain president ekwa abato 2016 onya 44% what is so a certain president onya 44% ene ahwefo eni atiefo Mama fair judgment comment section ho. Say a sitting president kwa abatonya 44%. Na a sitting vice president kwa abato na so nya 41% ya. Mo amuhwe mo Facebook, TikTok ni YouTube no. Senka mo ma fair judgment pa dia mo beka se hwan na ya de. A sitting president wakwa abato wonya 44%, a sitting vice president akwa abato wonya 41%, cross to 42%. Samu ma fair judgment ya when na mbaka sa waya de the sitting vice president now wonya 41% no, because a sitting president akwa abato anya 44. Na sitting vice president nya 41 and so who say sitting vice president no marketing candidate or a marketable o marketing ye very marketable. What you say enti say you John Dramani Mahama enti me gina so ka say as a sitting president manya 44 my yadie NDC nya gidie wonmu ma beba back to power na MPP Canada Japan supporters city social media say ebe di 300 years because our calculation no wrong. Ye bisamu say Kofua enya 39%. Na ka 11 pe. Na ka 11 pe. Kofua penso na ka 11 pe. Mutie ni MPP for Kofua kwa 1996 elections no onya 39%. In the 1996 elections Kofua had 39%. I can 11 pe. 11 pe. Na Kofua ere anya yemisa se Kofua ko elections 300 years and say no win na internal sabotage no monumi na edili because sem bia mo baka bia me de mo beto fam. Kofua nya 39% in the year 1996 yenya gidie ema Kofua benya 56% in the year 2000. And only 300 years. Between 1996 and 2000, no, 300 years. Musi, you rabo miya yes aka creation dia. Ebe teki MPP 300 years. Munim ni emo ye. Because mo amu ye calculation no kura mudi muntimi ntwere. Mo amu share 300 years no kura no mudi muntimi ntwere. Mo amu share 300 years no so abanu muntubi. Adia deno ne se mo amoye biza mo share say ebeteki baomia mo amote America mo amote UK mo yire mo ho share say ebeteki baomia 300 years no abano mo ntubi 31st abano mo matubi social media duma na mo ya ma Kennedy enti mo no mo dia ne say 1 o'clock ankrofo da no mo dia ne say mo be sola share propaganda mo ntubi enti Kofu anya 39% na ka 11 pe 11 no so no Kofu ye man second chance no or the 11 so eme we need the year 2000 elections no enti aka 9 pe no ebra na ka 11 pe no kura no ye nya gidie se 11 ye betima achieve and na aka 9 pe easy for us to achieve and cross the 50+1. Yes. Kofu pension na aka 9 pe enti ye ma Kofu opportunity no or the 11 ye den so e koso 39% no so me ye win ye